Breaking news from the heart of Hollywood. Rumors are swirling, emotions are high, and one of the most unexpected love stories in showbiz has just come to an end. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner are officially over. Yes, you heard that right. The glamorous, mysterious couple that captivated millions has called it quits, leaving fans stunned and searching for answers. Before we dive deep into what really happened between the Oscar-nominated actor and the billionaire beauty mogul, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more exclusive updates from the world of celebrity heartbreaks and Hollywood secrets. Now, let's talk about the breakup everyone's talking about. It started like a fairy tale that no one saw coming. When Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were first spotted together in early 2023, social media exploded. The internet couldn't believe it. Two people from completely different worlds. Kylie, the beauty empire queen from the Kardashian dynasty, and Timothee, the soft-spoken, indie film heartthrob. It felt like a script straight out of a romantic movie. Luxury meets artistry, fame meets mystery. But just like every Hollywood story, not everything is as picture-perfect as it looks. Behind the red carpet smiles, the matching Met Gala appearances, and the viral videos from Beyoncé's concert, there were signs that something wasn't right. Sources close to the couple say that what started as an exciting escape slowly turned into an emotional tug-of-war. According to insiders, Timothee began feeling overwhelmed by the intensity of Kylie's world, the endless cameras, the paparazzi flashes, the constant need to curate perfection for millions of followers. He was known for keeping his private life low-key, while Kylie's life was anything but private. The contrast between them, which once felt thrilling, started to create distance. One source revealed that Timothée struggled with the pressure of being part of the Kardashian media circus. He adored Kylie, the insider said, but the spotlight that came with her was too much. He wanted something quieter, more grounded. And Kylie, well, her world thrives on visibility. And that's when the cracks began to show. Friends noticed the two spending less time together over the summer. Kylie was spotted on solo outings, attending events without him. Meanwhile, Timothee immersed himself in work, focusing on his upcoming projects, including the much-anticipated Dune Part 2. While fans assumed the couple was just busy, those close to them knew it was more than just scheduling conflicts. Things reportedly came to a head during the final weeks of their relationship. After a series of heated conversations about their future, Timothee made the difficult decision to step away. Sources claim he wanted to focus on his career and mental peace, while Kylie felt frustrated that he wasn't as committed as she hoped. What's more, there are whispers that Kylie's inner circle didn't always approve of the romance. Some of her friends reportedly questioned whether Timothee fit into her lifestyle, a world built around luxury brands, family fame, and social media empires. And on the other side, Timothee's close friends worried that his artistic identity was being overshadowed by tabloid attention. The tension became impossible to ignore. One insider described the breakup as heartbreaking but inevitable. The chemistry was real, the connection was deep, but the timing, they say, just wasn't right. And here's where things get even more interesting. Several fans have noticed that Kylie recently wiped several photos from her Instagram that subtly referenced Timothee. Meanwhile, he's been unusually quiet on social media. No likes, no posts, no subtle hints. The silence speaks volumes. What really caused the end? According to people familiar with the situation, it wasn't one big fight, but a slow unraveling. Timothee reportedly struggled with the idea of being constantly watched, analyzed, and talked about, while Kylie, used to living under the public gaze, couldn't understand why he was pulling away. Despite the heartbreak, sources close to Kylie say she's trying to move forward. She's hurt, but she's focusing on her kids, her brand, and her next chapter. One insider shared. Kylie really believed this could be something lasting. Timothee made her feel young and inspired again. But the emotional wound runs deep. Insiders reveal that Kylie didn't see it coming. She believed they were just going through a rough patch. The sudden distance left her heartbroken, wondering what went wrong with a man who once made her believe in something real, beyond fame and fortune. Timothee, on the other hand, is said to be quietly processing the breakup. Friends describe him as sad but resolute. They say he still has deep respect for Kylie, but he knew he had to step away before resentment took root. And here's the twist. Some sources claim the breakup might not be final. They still care about each other, one Hollywood insider hinted. Don't be surprised if they reconnect down the road once the dust settles. The chemistry between them is too strong to disappear overnight. Still, for now, the fairy tale seems to have reached its final act. And fans are divided, some heartbroken, others saying they saw it coming. Social media has exploded with reactions, memes, and emotional posts. On X, formerly Twitter, hashtags like #KylieTimothee and #HeartBreak in Hollywood are trending, with millions sharing their theories about what went wrong. But amidst the chaos, one thing is certain. This breakup marks the end of one of the most talked about romances of the decade. It's a reminder that even in a world of fame, fortune, and flawless filters, love is never easy. For now, Kylie is reportedly leaning on her sisters and spending more time with family, while Timothee has thrown himself into work, finding solace on set and among close friends. Both are moving forward, but the emotional imprint of their story lingers, a fleeting romance that left a mark on both their hearts and on pop culture itself. And as fans continue to speculate about what really happened, one can't help but wonder, was it truly over? Or just another chapter in a love story written under the blinding lights of Hollywood? Because in this town, love stories rarely fade quietly. They echo through every headline, every rumor, every whisper. And for Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, the world will be watching, waiting to see if their paths will cross again. And just when fans thought the storm had calmed, new whispers started to surface, painting an even more complicated picture of what really went on behind closed doors between Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. According to several insiders close to the couple, the emotional distance that grew between them wasn't just about fame or lifestyle. It was about expectations, trust, and two people trying to balance love with the weight of their worlds. Kylie, who has always been surrounded by a family that thrives on public attention, reportedly wanted reassurance that Timothee was all in. She saw something different in him, a quiet confidence, a charm that wasn't performative. He wasn't like the usual men in her orbit, and that made her feel safe. But over time, that same quiet energy became the very thing that made her feel uncertain. Sources say Kylie wanted more consistency, more presence. She wanted someone who would show up not just when cameras were off, but when her world felt heavy. Meanwhile, Timothee, ever the artist, was struggling to keep up with a pace of life that never slowed down. He admired Kylie's strength, her business mind, and the empire she built, but he also longed for simplicity, for the version of her that wasn't being filmed or photographed. Their schedules didn't help either. Timothee's filming commitments took him across the globe, Budapest, London, New York, while Kylie remained in Los Angeles managing her brands and her role as a mother. The distance between them grew not just physically, but emotionally. What started as a temporary break due to work commitments, as their teams described it, quietly evolved into something more permanent. Behind the scenes, there were attempts to make things work. Kylie reportedly flew out to visit Timothee during one of his shoots earlier this year, trying to reignite the spark. But according to a friend of the actor, things just didn't feel the same. They care about each other deeply, the friend said, but sometimes love isn't enough. The timing was off. Their worlds kept pulling them in opposite directions. Still, not everyone buys that explanation. Some tabloids suggest that trust issues may have also played a role. Rumors circulated that Kylie felt insecure about certain interactions Timothee had with co-stars and fans, while he reportedly struggled with the constant speculation around Kylie's past relationships. Both tried to ignore the noise, but in Hollywood, that's easier said than done. Every move, every like, every unfollow becomes a headline, and those headlines can eat away at even the strongest connection. Then came the breaking point. Multiple sources confirmed that a tense conversation took place at Kylie's home in early September. It wasn't explosive. There were no shouting matches or dramatic exits, but it was emotional. Timothee allegedly told Kylie he couldn't keep pretending everything was fine. He needed space, and for someone like Kylie, who values loyalty and communication, that hit hard. She reportedly asked if they could take a break instead of ending things completely, but he insisted it was better to walk away before resentment built up. After that night, the two stopped communicating regularly. Kylie, always protective of her emotions, chose to remain silent publicly. But insiders say she's been leaning on her sisters, especially Chloe, who has been through her own share of heartbreaks. Meanwhile, Timothee threw himself into his work, attending film events and interviews, always composed but noticeably more withdrawn. And yet, here's where things get even more intriguing. People who've seen them recently insist there's still love lingering between them. They haven't unfollowed each other, and close friends claim they occasionally text. It's not over forever, one insider hinted. There's still unfinished business between them. But right now, they both need to grow separately. Publicly, both have handled the breakup with remarkable grace. No cryptic posts, no shade, no messy statements, just silence. That alone has fueled speculation that there's still mutual respect. Fans online have even started a theory calling it the calm break, saying maybe they're taking time apart to figure out who they are outside the public eye before coming back together stronger. But as romantic as that sounds, Hollywood rarely gives second chances. For now, Kylie's energy seems focused on herself, her kids, her businesses, and rediscovering what happiness looks like without someone by her side. She's been spotted at exclusive events, glowing, but noticeably quieter. Timothee, meanwhile, continues to charm audiences with his signature humility, but those who know him say he's more reflective than ever. This isn't just another celebrity breakup. It's a clash of two worlds, private artistry and public empire, trying to find balance in a place where everything is exposed. And while the cameras have moved on to the next scandal, the story of Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet remains one of those rare Hollywood romances that felt real. Too real, maybe, for the world they live in, because sometimes love in Hollywood isn't about forever, it's about the moments that leave a mark. And whether or not they ever find their way back to each other, one thing is certain. This chapter changed them both. Kylie learned to open her heart again, to trust someone who wasn't chasing the spotlight. Timothee learned what it's like to love someone whose world moves at the speed of fame. They came from different galaxies, collided in a burst of passion, and now drift apart, each carrying pieces of the other. And who knows? Maybe months from now, a chance encounter, a shared event, or a quiet message could bring them face to face again. Because in Hollywood, where love stories are written under the brightest lights, there's always room for one more twist. Stay tuned. Because as one insider perfectly put it, you can end the relationship, but not the connection. And if you want to keep following every twist, every whisper, and every hint of a possible reunion between Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Because when it comes to Hollywood love stories, the end is never really the end.